Tapi kata adeknya Ruben itu, dia bilang bahwa itu mama saya itu udah berapa kali itu lagi-lagi bakar Al-Quran. Setiap Ruben beli mushaf, beli Quran gitu, holy book, mama bakar gitu. Ruben beli lagi gitu, nanti dibakar lagi, Ruben beli lagi gitu.
By the time the shahada, I was 18, and then eventually, it was my time to join the army. I was in the army, and then I was on my own from there. So.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam jumpa bersama saya Wan. Pada hari ini kita akan bincang-bincang dengan seorang tamu yang sangat spesial bagi kita. Mereka adalah pasangan muda berbeda negara. Yang pria adalah asli Amerika berdarah Meksiko, yang perempuan adalah dari Indonesia, tepatnya Tegal. Untuk yang pria bernama Ruben Austin Maldonado. Dan yang istri bernama Zaidah Munakib. Assalamualaikum Mbak Zaidah, Mas Ruben.
Waalaikumsalam.
How are you today?
Alhamdulillah.
Today we will talk about something special about you and something special about your life, your marriage, and maybe your convert in Islam. Because I know you from America and your background maybe not is Muslim, but now is Muslim, right? So before that, we will start with Zaidah, background, asal dari mana?
Ya, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Nama saya Zaidah, saya asal dari Tegal, Jawa Tengah. Terus saya tuh punya tiga saudara perempuan, saya ada 4 saudara laki-laki.
Oke. Kemudian sempat sekolah di Tegal atau
Saya
selama?
dulu sekolah alumni SMA 1 Negeri Slawi, kemudian saya alumni Budi Akademi Tangerang, terus saya lulusan S1-nya dari Universitas Terbuka.
Oh, oke. Jadi Islamis di Tegal ya, jadi domisili Mbak Zaidah.
Iya, dulu saya guru di Madrasah Sanawiyah.
Oke.
Ada ayam-ayam banyak di kampung.
Oh, di kampung
Iya,
ya.
banyak.
Ada domba juga, domba.
Saya itu dari kampung, jadi
oke.
ayam, domba, terus domba,
Bebek
kambing,
juga.
bebek semua ya, dan organik semua ya di sana. Bukan yang dari peternak yang diempet-empet gitu.
Makanan
Jadi
gratis.
asli.
Hewannya
masih.
yang free range ya, yang
Daging
roaming
gratis.
around the field.
Okay, now you're back in Ruben. How about your background?
Saya asli dari kota Houston di Texas.
Texas, okay.
Abang dan ibu asli dari Meksiko.
Okay.
Orang-orang Katolik. My dad, he is like secular. He didn't believe in organized religion. Mom, she said, she sometimes she identifies with the Catholic Church sometimes, but she doesn't really practice.
So actually, you're coming from not really
Basically
practical
secular.
No, actually,
religion.
well, they made my mom would actually tell us to go to the church with my grandmother and the cousins, but my mom herself didn't go to the church.
Okay.
Waktu saya dan Pak di gereja, Abah dan Ibu masih di rumah.
Di rumah.
Di rumah saya saja dia hari Minggu.
Oh, okay. Jadi it's Catholic but not practical actually, right?
Yeah.
So when did you know about Zaidah?
Itu waktu saya di dalam sekolah militer.
Yeah. Oh, you come from militer.
Yeah. Di sana ada wanita sedikit. I think 20% women, 80% men.
In a
Sekolah militer, yeah. And almost all, I guess, it's orang-orang Muslim di sana minoritas. Yeah. I think most actually that were most of them actually, they were if they were there as Muslim, they were from foreign countries. They were exchange we had many from Afghanistan, some from Kazakhstan. And then we had from Jordan. We had Jordan. Other we had Muslim countries in Arab or other. They had some from Pakistan. I had some from Qatar too, but then after they graduate, I mean, many Muslim countries they have their, but after they graduate, they go back to their own country to serve in their own army.
Oke.
But almost even then, like even I mean, very few Muslim, also very few, like I said, mainly women, because I was looking for a wife, because eventually, so we met on an online dating site. So I was going, and then she messaged me and said, "Oh, I'm sorry, Assalamu alaikum, brother. You're very handsome, and can I please? Are you
Mulai deh.
single? Can you please talk to me?"
Ini sedang diwawancara
And then I
ya.
said, "Well, okay, fine. I'll message you. I'll respond or reply."
Ini
Yeah.
di record ini di.
So when did you start to know him? Know
Yeah,
her?
it was
serious?
my first year at the military academy, my first semester, and then in the summer I went over to go meet her, and I met her family.
So you visited Indonesia
yeah.
the first? What
Yeah,
year
I-
was that?
That's like I want to say 2012, I think. Yeah, 2000. Yeah, 2012.
2012.
Yeah, summer 2012.
So
And-
you visited in Tegal or is it
No,
somewhere
I think we were. I think we stayed in Bandung.
Bandung.
Karawang. Oh,
Karawang.
Karawang. I think we went to Bandung. Well, we were in West.
No, that's traveling. But like
okay.
you landed first and
Yeah.
then you meet my family all in Karawang.
Because it was military, so they restrict where you can go. They said, ada bahaya di Jawa Tengah sekarang, dilarang masuk di sana.
Padahal
Okay.
tidak ada apa.
Yeah,
So at that time you just visited
yeah,
just to meet her with her or just
yeah. And just to meet, and then
any purpose?
well,
other than
I
that?
was actually. Well, I mean, of course, I was looking for a wife, and then I was trying to see and it seemed like shit. That time she was very, she was one of the few women that were very serious about they were wanting to get married. Online dating said there was a lot of women that like on there, they're not sure what they want, they're like not serious. I said, oh, okay, well, she was one of the few. So then I went to go meet her, and then her family too, of course, her
Okay.
especially her older brother, one of her older brothers, and then I liked it seemed like I got along well with her family, so okay, so
okay.
that's a good thing. So then I went back, and then we continued to be
Study in military.
yeah, and then we remained in contact while I was still in school.
Oke. So bagaimana Mbak waktu pertama kali jumpa itu kan seperti kejutan ya. Jadi ketemu di online terus tiba-tiba datang dikunjungin, itu perasaan pertama kali gimana?
Perasaannya gimana? Karena kan saya tuh termasuk mungkin orang-orang yang katro gitu ya. Saya tuh tidak pernah pacaran gitu. Maksudnya ketika saya muda teenager gitu, while everybody else like going to hang out with other, saya tuh lebih
Belajar.
iya gitu tuh. Saya tuh lebih fokus ke pelajaran, ke sekolah gitu, terus kuliah gitu. Terus saya tuh orang kampung gitu. Jadi ketika saya di kuliah juga saya harus membagi waktu dengan
Pelajaran sama
kerja.
di
Kan
rumah.
saya tuh kerja dan juga saya kuliah gitu.
Jadi itu gimana nih prosesnya bisa ketemu sama Ruben itu?
Ya itu agak lucu gitu. Jadi saya itu dulu waktu muda itu kan saya katron deso gitu. Jadi nggak pacaran gitu, dan termasuk saya juga orang yang berpikir tidak perlu pacaran gitu. Saya termasuk orang yang punya konsep untuk menikah hanya ta'aruf saja gitu. Sesuai hukum Islam, sesuai anjuran Islam gitu.
Yeah.
Jadi saya tuh nggak pernah punya pacar sama sekali gitu. Sepanjang hidup saya, ya itu dia pacar saya gitu. Ketika saya sudah merasa saya sudah berumur, orang sudah mulai tanya kapan menikah. Lalu saya iseng-iseng buka account di muslimah.com gitu.
Okay.
Lalu ada beberapa yang mencoba mulai kontak saya, dan mungkin jalannya Allah menyatukan kita gitu. Somehow gitu dia tuh strike forward, outstanding. Jadi ketika dia reach out itu dia nggak bertele-tele, tapi langsung assalamualaikum sister, my name is Ruben, saya tuh goalnya begini, looking for practicing Muslimah who can be a model for my children, who can raise our children in Islamic values gitu. Jadi strike forward.
Zaida jawab, kamu ganteng banget. Ya.
Oke, go ahead.
Jadi itu akhirnya ya kita mulai ya saling istilahnya ya
Komunikasi
benar-benar taruh
berlanjut,
ya, what's
yeah.
your goal, like kriterianya apa saja gitu. Terus dia juga
Just
pernah, are you willing
mulai
to
merasa feelingnya mulai enak gitu
iya
ya.
gitu. Terus dia juga dulu tanya willing to relocate, kan dulu saya ya kenapa tidak gitu kan, kalau namanya udah menikah
Serius?
mah ikut suami kemana saja gitu kan. Gitu ya, agak polos-polos juga gitu, padahal ya itu sangat beresiko sebenarnya.
Wah,
Tapi alhamdulillah itu akhirnya kita berkomunikasi dan dia langsung datang ke Indonesia melihat saya in person gitu, dan ketemu dengan
orang tua.
keluarga saya. Iya, bapak saya sudah meninggal, jadi pas itu ketemunya dengan mama saya dan
Keluarga Pale-Pale
paman-paman, dengan kakak abang sama iya, dengan abang dengan mbak gitu. Itu tahun 2012.
Oh, 12.
Ya. Terus 2013-nya ya dia datang lagi. Saya bilang saya nggak mau maksudnya kita bepergian gitu tanpa mahram. Kalau kamu mau kita habiskan waktu bersama tanpa intervensi keluarga, karena dulu saya harus pertama kali dia datang saya harus bawa keluarga saya kemana-mana bersama saya gitu. Biar tidak berhalwat gitu. Lalu saya bilang kalau biar kita bebas ya harus menikah gitu. Akhirnya ya kita percepat gitu.
Waktu pertama kali dia datang kan itu tahun 2010 ya, 2012.
Ya.
Itu keluarga gimana responnya pertama kali melihat?
Responnya alhamdulillah baik, surprise sih gitu. Ketika dia memberi kabar bahwa sudah di pesawat, saya bilang dulunya saya tidak pernah cerita, lalu saya bilang, abang, mama ini ada orang dari Amerika gitu sedang menuju ke sini. Kata mereka, ini dalam rangka apa? Kata abang saya, ini dalam rangka teman atau untuk urusan menikah? Kata saya langsung menikah gitu. Pada surprise semua, tapi ya keluarga saya termasuk orang yang tipe keluarga yang moderat gitu dan suportif gitu, dan mereka tahu karakter saya gitu. Jadi nggak controlling gitu.
Tapi mereka nggak tahu kalau waktu itu kan belum muslim kan si Ruben.
Sudah.
Oh, sudah muslim.
Itu
Oke,
dia
nanti cerita
muslim waktu umur teenager.
Oke, nanti cerita lain ya.
Ya begitulah akhirnya
jadi
kita ketemu dan sampailah sekarang kita.
Jadi ketemu keluarga sebenarnya langsung accepted, nggak masalah waktu itu.
Iya, mereka tuh ya, yang penting kalau dia Islam, dia
langsung,
sholat,
ya,
dia
nggak mempermasalahkan
puasa,
dari mana.
ya dia mereka hanya kalau dia practicing Muslim ya go ahead gitu aja.
Oke, good. Sekarang balik lagi ke Ruben. How did you know about Muslim at the first time?
So it actually was like 9/11.
9/11.
Sebelum nggak tahu
Apa itu
Islam,
Muslim?
nggak tahu. So I actually, like, where I'm from in Houston, it's a big city. But I grew up on the complete opposite side to where the Muslim population is mostly
In the south.
So southwest Sugarland is where most of the Muslim are. I lived all the way up northeast area, so I didn't know anything about this. I never heard of Muslim. Never ever.
What was old at that time?
I didn't know nothing. I didn't know what it was. I never heard this. First time I heard.
No, how old?
Oh, how old was I?
How old? Yeah, how old is
I think I was
Teenager, like 12.
12, 17?
No, I was even younger. I think I was. Well, actually, no. I was actually. I think I was. I want
Like
to say
middle
11 or
school?
12, something
Yeah,
around
12.
there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She's in middle school actually.
Yeah,
right?
middle
So
school. Yeah, it was middle school. I think I was 6th grade. I was in
9/11 kan
6th grade.
Muslim
Yeah.
jadinya terekspos di mana-mana ya.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was my
Teroris.
first time. So what they showed, it was just like people always like, because I never met any Muslim before. So it was all I can imagine is people that are always angry and killing or something like that. But then I saw, like, actually what ended up happening is, while I was in school, it was the history or geography, like my social studies class, and then soon the lesson about Islam and about like the the history of Muslim, and then why is it that I see, like, I was starting to wonder. They show a picture, a painting of Muslims. They're celebrating.
Celebrating killing.
Oh, celebrating.
No, they were celebrating. I think it was Eid al-Fitr or something like that. And I think, they celebrate. They're happy too. I always see them
killing people
on the news. They just show them like all angry and killing, like, so they have like people at times when they're happy too. And that was from a textbook. And then I started wondering. Well, I have never met any of these people, so I don't know. So when it happened is I started talking to other people, like, kind of on online, and then I'm already a minority, so I already know what was happening to Muslims there. Some things that I encountered, as someone who is not white.
Okay.
So I can already tell, like, someone connected me. Actually, this was she was Muslim. She was, I think, Sudanese, but she wasn't that much practicing. But I mean, she took pride in like identifying, hey, this is my faith. But I didn't know that she actually practiced much. But she connected me with this organization. It was the Latino American Dawa organization,
Okay.
and it's like for Hispanic Muslims. Like they try to connect.
Is this connecting in US only or
Yeah,
other world?
so I know that they're founded in the U.S. and I think they were active in New York. I know one of the people that was very active in that group. I think he's in
So you
Texas somewhere.
start learning from that community.
Yeah,
actually.
that's what I started talking to them. One of them was very involved in it. He's from Colombia.
Uh-huh.
And he actually, I heard I don't know if I went through it. He told me a lot about his story, but he told me about like, him. He's from Colombia, and then this is Islam. This is, yeah, like from somewhere. What I thought it was how would I describe it? It was nice hearing it from someone who actually like was of the
Muslim,
faith.
yeah.
Yeah. So instead of something like just in the
From
news.
media.
Because I at that time I was at the age already where I knew that the stuff that goes in the media is not always is twisted.
Yeah.
So I already in my mind I already know like it's not towards
It's a
in the media
liar.
is already and it's not honest already.
Right.
So I already knew. Okay, so let
Everything's
me
a liar.
so let me hear from someone actually who like actually like says they practice it.
Mhm.
So yeah, and then eventually it came to the point where I started, okay, this makes sense. This makes sense to me. For example, like there were some things that it wasn't so much that I was so me for coming and coming from the Catholic Church, I wasn't against the church itself. Like I mean, there's a lot of things in recent history, like a lot of the good things that the church has done. For example, like they helped my mom with her immigration case with my mom. They do a lot of stuff in terms of charities. They do a lot of good things. I don't have any problem with the church. It was just. And now I started to see like the concept of like the Trinity now I see now it's and the kind of thing that kind of made me like finally the one thing that kind of really made me like say like I was kind of sold on Islam was just the nature of the Quran. It's just, hey, this is how it came down, this is how it stays, there's no like we don't change, edit, or anything like that. So that was the thing that stuck with me. And initially, of course, I was kind of hesitant to like, do Shahada. But then, I think it was the same brother, the one from Colombia. He told me, well,
So what year did you start there?
This was in 2008.
2008.
So in a matter of like 2 years. No, hold on. Yeah, I was in high school already.
In high school. So,
Yeah.
so is that witnessed by Sheikh or like
no,
in
it was
masjid?
it was over the phone.
On the phone?
Yeah,
Wow.
it was over the phone. Because
So
I said, I lived somewhere where I was isolated. I didn't know any other Muslims near me.
So just learning by yourself and then side with
Yeah, and I was reading on my own because at that time, there's no masjid nearby, not even a halal restaurant.
Oh.
Now there is like one or two masjid nearby, like you can drive in distance and whatnot.
Okay.
Because the population is growing over there, especially the Pakistani. There's a lot of huge Pakistani population in Houston. There's other groups like Afghan, there's Arab, there's Indonesian, but big Pakistani.
Still, it's very rare. Yeah.
Pakistani, India, and Texas.
So as soon as you did Shahadah, what you did do at that time?
So there were
Salah
things,
or something like that, practically.
there was a few things. I mean, it wasn't like there was a magic switch where boom, everything is perfect. I mean, everything I'm living, everything is like perfect the way it's supposed to be. Well, I didn't know how to do like
How to
salah,
pray.
Yeah.
or for example, like what some things, whether they're haram or halal, like I didn't know like a lot of that stuff. Or it was mainly like the one thing that really that I could say like, okay, that was the one thing. Okay, I believe one God, and this is Muhammad, his final message. That was it. And then everything else I was taking me a while to pick up and learn like little by little. I mean, of course, one of the obvious things is like, not eating pork, but it was a little hard coming from like a family, like I know,
Because your family is
they're
eating the
Mexican.
pork.
Of course, it's like we eat a lot like chorizo or whatnot, and then like what they call like carnitas, like a fried pork,
carne,
like something
yeah.
like that. So it was that, and it's not something that we ate all the time, but it was something that I had to encounter. So that was things like little by little. But then luckily, I mean, eventually it was right around the time I was joining the army. So eventually I was out of the house anyways.
So what is the reaction at that time to your family when you start learning Islam, you start with practical Islam?
Yeah, that's
is
a
that
good-
any
Your mom.
like
That's-
your mom?
Yeah, that's a good question. So my dad, I told my dad he was like a secular person. He didn't care. He was like, okay, well, if that's what you want, okay, fine. He didn't agree. I don't believe in this stuff. I don't believe in religion. But if that's what you want to do, okay, fine, whatever.
Just your own.
He was like, I think it's gonna make your life difficult, but okay, if that's what you want. I was like, okay. My mom, though, we had some issues.
Okay.
She was very adamant. She was against it. She one time when she even told me like, if you still continue on this faith, if I die, I don't want you at my funeral. So okay, well. But it's, I mean, I don't. There's some things that and I would tell people that are like on the fence about accepting Islam. It's like you have to decide whether you want to please, other people in this dunya, or you want to please your creator and maybe see what happens in the akhirah.
Afterlife.
So that's how I said, okay, maybe it's gonna be hard now dealing with them, but if I have to put, have to decide whether it's like my parents or my creator, or of course my creator comes first. So that was I was like, okay, whatever. If she's mad, she's mad. Okay.
Okay. So
So-
you should keep a relationship with her actually, right? Until now.
So it helped that I left the house. I was already 18.
Okay.
By the time this year I was 18, and then eventually it was my time to to join the army. I was in the army, and then I was on my own from there. So I guess it came at a good time. I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
So terus Zeda sekarang. Kemudian setelah dia mengunjungi, dia kemudian tugas militer lagi ya.
Iya.
Nah, terus meritnya kapan itu? Sekitar tahun
Di 2013 itu.
13 itu langsung. Itu merit di Indonesia waktu itu ya.
Iya.
Nikahan.
Nikahan
Ya,
di
nikah, ya.
di Tegal.
Yeah.
So as soon as you marry
Di,
her,
di rumah ibu.
oh di rumah ibu.
Yeah.
So how many people as a witnesses at the time?
Itu paling cuma sekitar 20 gitu, sekedar walimah,
One
very
keluarga.
simple
A
walimah.
bunch of her
ya.
brothers are imams.
Oh oke.
Very simple.
Her dad was
cousin Habib, imam. Jadi
Oh semuanya hadir di
ya,
situ.
jadi kayak 20 apa 25 lah dengan tetangga-tetangga gitu. Jadi very simple walimah gitu.
Iya.
Yang penting diumumkan gitu.
It was one of her brothers that was officiating.
Jadi mereka mantap sekali ya karena mendapatkan dari Amerika Muslim by
Iya,
choice.
choice.
As I understand you as Muslim as by choice, right?
Yeah.
Not by like me is by because my grandmother and environment
Itu
is
adik ipar saya tuh, adiknya dia yang perempuan itu pernah cerita ke saya gitu, karena dia juga termasuk yang menerima Ruben dengan agama barunya
baru.
gitu. Tapi kata adiknya Ruben itu, dia bilang bahwa itu mama saya itu udah berapa kali itu lagi-lagi bakar Al-Quran. Setiap Ruben beli mushaf, beli Quran gitu, Hollywood, mama bakar gitu. Dia Ruben beli lagi gitu, nanti dibakar lagi, Ruben beli lagi gitu.
sama mamanya.
Iya, jadi tapi semakin mamanya bereaksi seperti itu kan semakin dia nothing can stop him gitu.
Yeah.
Semakin dia
Itu
curious
sewaktu
gitu.
dia masih
Dia masih hidup
awal-awal
bersama
mempelajari
dengan orang
Al-Quran
tuanya
gitu,
ya.
ya.
Dan akhirnya itulah turning point-nya itu ketika dia join army, akhirnya kan dia God freedom gitu.
Ya. Ya di sini kan kalau orang sudah 18 tahun ke atas sudah urusan your own
Iya,
ya.
akhirnya
So,
itulah
you're
dia
free.
lebih enak, lebih easy.
Mandi dan saya mandi.
Oke. So 2013 terus move to US, right?
2015.
Oh, 2015.
Ya, saya baru ke sini setelah
Di kota mana itu pertama kali tinggal bersama Ruben?
pertama saya landed pertamanya di Washington DC. Terus saya ke Columbia, South Carolina di Fort Jackson, itu di pangkalan militer Fort Jackson, karena dia kan
di
army
campnya
gitu,
dia.
ya. Setelah itu ya karena kita di army pindah-pindah terus.
So you start as a Muslim family, right? Because you just background from not Muslim. Is that any challenging? You starting to either different culture, different your habit. So it's the most challenging at that time.
Yeah, it's what makes it difficult is, I mean, we're still a minority here, of course. You know, so there's a lack. It's like not a lot of support. It's hard to find. There's a lack of support. So not just me being someone who converted from a non a non-Muslim family, but her also as an immigrant.
Yeah.
So like a lot of the Muslims here in the U.S., you know, there's some that are immigrants who they're away from their families is probably back in whatever country they came from, or they convert and they're from may or may not have support from their family. So I think that's probably the most difficult thing. And we also, like, what happened is we ended up with the army. We got sent to places that weren't a very big city where there was a huge Muslim population. So that was a challenge to like even just to go if you want to go buy halal meat or something like that. So I mean, there was places like, hey, there's a masjid there or whatever. But as far as like having a big community of support, it wasn't really there. And then even now, it's not really that perfect because it's not a lot of us here. I mean, maybe down the line, like, I don't know, 20 or so years from now, I don't know, maybe it might be different.
Our
Yeah.
kids,
Yeah, maybe for the
Younger
next generation.
Yeah, okay. So tahun 2015 ya itu di
Saya pindah ke sini.
sini. Kemudian pindah ke Washington sini tahun berapa itu?
Itu summer 2020.
2020.
Yaitu
Washington.
dia dipindah ke pangkalan militer di sini JBLM, Joint Base
Aha.
Louis, Maine, itu yang di dekat Lake.
Oh, oke.
1 jam setengah.
Itu gimana suasana keislaman di daerah sekarang ini?
Kalau
Dibanding
yang
dengan
sekarang
sebelumnya.
di Puyallup, alhamdulillah gitu ya. Alhamdulillah kita tuh sekitar 3 tahun yang lalu karena komunitas Muslim itu bertambah gitu, ada yang pindahan dari up north gitu, karena mereka pada pindah di sini lebih mahal gitu pada ke selatan. Lebih banyak akhirnya terbentuklah community jadi Islamic Puyallup Islamic Community Center ya, Puyallup Islamic Community Center. Kita sementara 3 tahun pertama ini kita menyewa properti gitu, jadi punya masjid. Istilahnya kita punya established masjid walaupun masih rental gitu. Ya, jadi selama 3 tahun alhamdulillah ada iftar every day during Ramadan itu ada iftar setiap hari di masjid. Terus Jum'ah prayer juga jalan, dan saya malah ikut volunteer di madrasahnya di Sunday School, Saturday and Sunday School gitu. Saya volunteer ikut jadi gurunya di situ, ngajar anak-anak kecil Quran gitu. Alhamdulillah ya. Nah, ini minta doanya, kita coba sedang beli properti. Ya, minta doanya ya. Ini barangkali ada yang mau donasi silahkan dibuka saja PICC website-nya nanti.
Oke. Back to Ruben again. So, yeah, after you move here, so how do you see much difference between previous place when this place right now? I mean, about Islam or about people like think about Islam.
Oh, I think it's still like a challenge because we live in we live in the South Sound, like so I think Washington definitely, like, compared to like South Carolina or
more progressive.
Yeah, there's more it's more welcoming towards specifically for Muslims, like Washington State, compared to Texas as well. But we're like it's so expensive too, so we're like live in the South Sound. Everything I see posted, a new halal restaurant open, oh, it's in Redmond, oh, it's in Bellevue, oh, it's in Everett or Bothell or I don't know, Linwood or something, or downtown Seattle, or okay, well, I can't. Well, it's all the way. I can't drive all the way up. I don't have time to drive up there. It's growing though. It's growing. So, like, for example, like we just recently, like sudah beli tempat punya Masjid Agung Tacoma. Besar, gede.
Masjid Agung.
Yeah, Masjid Agung.
Tacoma besar sekali.
Okay.
So that was recent. For example, and then of course we're in the process of getting our own place for Puyallup, and we see also more like halal restaurants, and then we've been encountering more people that come down here. They're new and like, I was from up north. It's too expensive, so more people are moving down.
Okay.
So it's growing, it's getting better, but it's not the same. I mean, it would be nice to be up there. It's like it's too expensive. I'm not gonna Yes, I don't have $2 million to buy a house in Bellevue or something like that. But yeah, it's like compared to like where we've been before,
It's much better,
more
right?
welcoming. Yeah, people are
Welcoming.
more friendly in Washington. People are more friendly.
So, as a Muslim in this community and as a family, the most rewarding for you
So I mean, just
so
be
far?
just as a Muslim, just to focus on the akhirah.
Okay.
I think that's the only thing. That's the main thing right there. Is that like before well even recently, like I can say, like, because there's a lot of Muslims that still focus on dunya and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's it's helped me push me away from just focusing on that, because I want I know, and then this is something I started thinking about recently. Like I can't we don't know when our day is gonna come that we die. Like I don't know, like
Okay.
even like it can be tomorrow, it can be like a year from now,
Anytime,
anytime.
yeah.
So we don't know. So it's if we put too much emphasis. I mean, yes, there's some things that you need to get done. Like you need to work for money. You need money for food. You need to buy clothes for your for you and your family, a house to live in, housing. But it's helped me to not like focus less on over exaggerating. Like I want to be a millionaire, yada yada, and that's my only focus. Because I don't know if I'll get that. I might not get there. Likely, like I might then something might happen. Like even a smaller goal that I have, like I want to I don't know. Like I'm in school for my master's right now, and that's a goal. Well, maybe there's no guarantee that I'll survive, or something might happen. Like I might end up like the school might shut down, something like that. So kind of like just yes, you still need to pursue things in the dunya to survive and be okay. But it's not the only thing that's just
It's just a choice,
not my only focus now. My more focus is stuff like in the akhirah, like do good thing, you do good deeds now. That's I focus more on that. And that that's something that happened now, kind of after as I started this journey.
Okay, thank you. The last question is, so when you see, how do you think Islam in U.S. right now for 10 years from now? I mean, like community or like activity or just any situation 10 years from now?
So like I said, like it's growing, and I see that's a good sign. Both from people coming from abroad, like more people, like I mean, a lot of I can say like most of the people that I see in Puyallup, at least over there in the masjid over there, are
Increasing, right?
yeah. Most of them are immigrants.
Oh,
So they're coming more.
More
And then on the bright side, like you see, like in Tacoma, but also back where we used to pray in Killeen,
Texas.
there's almost like it's like maybe like several, like 3 to 5 people doing a shahada every single week.
oh, really?
Multiple hours, like
Is
it's
this in your masjid now?
in
Puyallup?
in Texas. Yeah, when we
in
weren't like,
Texas.
because we the imam from over there will post videos, and it's almost all the time someone is doing shahada all the time.
Someone made shahada in Jum'ah prayer last week in Tacoma Masjid.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah. So, yeah, it's growing. So, there's a few things right now, kind of, that I see that I think that it will kind of help us strengthen us. I mean, and the one thing right now that's I see as an impediment is when some of us we put too much focus on like what race or culture or country of origin, like nationality, and I think that stuff can be set aside. And if we can put all that aside and say, okay, we're just Muslim, we're just supporting each other. Like I don't care if like let's say my son marries a woman of a different culture background, or my daughter marries someone who for a different color or anything like that. As long as they have good good Muslim, that's the only thing that matters. Because at the end of the day, like it's it might going back, it might be something that you care about in the dunya, but on the day of judgment, it's not gonna matter what color you are or what country you're from. That won't matter.
Yeah. That's right. Ada lagi yang ingin disampaikan?
Oh iya, paling ya menambahkan itu dari Ruben yang tadi dibicarakan bahwa yang mana saja gitu, yang penting kan di bawah umbrella la ilaha illallah ya. Terus kalau bisa saya melengkapi ya kuatnya 2 gitu, karena berhubungan dengan itu kan, karena Al-Quran juga bilang wa ja'alnakum syu'uban wa qabaila lita'arafu gitu. Dan Allah menciptakan dan kami menciptakan manusia dengan berbagai macam suku bangsa, bahasa, warna kulit, agar kita saling mengenal gitu. Dan hanya satu kan di mata Allah itu hanya yang bertakwa gitu. Dan yang kemudian saya ingat lagi bahwa kalau kita memang preserve culture itu bagus ya. Gitu, karena itu bagaimanapun itu ancestor kita, nilai warisan kita gitu. Tetapi ketika kembali kepada konsep hidup kita ya harus meletakkan Quran dan Sunnah
priority,
Islam sebagai priority. Baru setelah itu kalau culture-nya bagus ya kita lanjutkan gitu ya. Kalau opor ayam itu kan bagus ya, otomatis harus kita preserve gitu. Tapi ketika kita culture-nya itu dengan mengkotak-kotakan orang berdasarkan gitu kan, warna kulit, nah itu kan tidak bagus gitu. Padahal sekali lagi satu quote lagi tuh, Ali Imran Ali Imran 103 yang bilang wasta'inu wa'tasimu bihablillahi jami'an wa la tafarraqu gitu. Dan berpegang teguhlah pada pada tali agama Allah dan jangan bercerai-berai gitu. Jadi kan seharusnya kita itu saling mendukung, support each other gitu. Ya bisa tambah semakin kita tuh kuat sebagai komunitas minoritas di sini.
Tetap kuat.
Kita barangkali mungkin 20 tahun ke depan, 30 tahun, siapa tahu kita justru menjadi the strongest community
Insyaallah.
di United States, insyaallah.
Insyaallah. Optimistic, like you said that, right? Because Rennes Islam is growing very fast.
Yeah.
Any thought you want to say?
You wanna add something?
You want to add something?
Istrinya saya makan nasi putih 3 kali sehari.
Okay, good. Oke, terima kasih sekali, menarik sekali perbincangan kita hari ini. Banyak sekali yang kita dapat dan banyak sekali yang saya nggak nyangka bahwa Ruben ini memang semangat untuk berislamnya sangat kuat sekali.
Muhammad mau katanya, Mas ini tolong minta maaf ini.
Boleh, silakan. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Al-Fatihah.
Atau mau nyanyi Iqra?
Ya, silakan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Iqra, apa mau baca Al-Fatihah?
Al-Fatihah.
Udah baca.
Okay, go ahead, baca Al-Fatihah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi
Rabbil alamin. Ar-Rahman
Nirrahim.
Maliki
Yaumiddin.
Iyyaka
Budu.
na'budu
wa iyyaka
Nasta'in.
ihdinas siratal
mustaqim.
siratal ladzina ghairil
Madawiyalaihi waladhalin.
Amin. Very good. Terima kasih Kantang. Terima kasih Mas Ruben, Mbak Zaidah atas bincang-bincang yang sangat menarik sekali. Dan ini sangat menginspirasi sekali bagi kita. Karena dengan semangat Mas Ruben yang kebetulan seorang militer, jadi semangat untuk berjuangnya sangat tinggi sekali. Dan salut saya. Demikianlah pemirsa semuanya, bincang-bincang saya dengan pasangan muda ini yang dua-duanya sangat semangat untuk mengembangkan Islam di negeri yang minoritas Islam ini. Tapi insya Allah dengan optimistik Mas Ruben tadi melihat 10 tahun ke depan bahwa Amerika mungkin akan growing sebagai negara yang mungkin mayoritas Islam akan semakin bertambah, insya Allah. Dan kita doakan semoga semangat mereka untuk membina, dan yang dikatakan tadi Mbak Zaidah juga sedang membuat suatu pendidikan muslim dan juga masjid. Kalau ada kesempatan pemirsa yang ingin memberikan donasi atau ingin berkunjung ke Puyelab, silahkan dengan komunitas Puyelab yang sudah mulai berkembang dengan masyarakat Islam yang saat ini. Demikian, mudah-mudahan bermanfaat. Terima kasih semuanya. Jangan lupa ikuti terus podcast kita hari ini. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ini putrinya Mbak Zaidah sama Mas Ruben yang bernama Adik Maryam akan membacakan salah satu surat Al-Quran. Silakan Adik baca surat
Al-Ikhlas.
Oke.
A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Qul huwallahu ahad, Allahus samad, lam yalid wa lam yulad wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad.
Great job, very good. Terima kasih Adik Maryam.